Come along with us. Starting in the Big Apple, after the Knicks limped their way to the end of the season with a star-studded injury list, they went out and got more Villanova reinforcements with the addition of Mikal Bridges. But health remains a huge question. Mitchell Robinson will miss the beginning of the season after having ankle surgery. So, Perk, are you still exclamating the Knicks' expectations this season?
Absolutely. They're going to finish with the best record in the NBA, and boy, Tom Thibodeau should have a sigh of relief right now. When it comes down to now being able to experiment with Julius Randle at the 5 position until Mitchell Robinson get back. Now you don't have to have that conversation with Mitchell Robinson why he's going to bring him in off the bench. I love the idea with Julius Randle playing the 5 alongside OG Anunoby being like a somewhat stretch 4. And then you have Jalen Brunson and probably Mikal Bridges. Who knows who he's going to put in that 5th spot. But the Knicks, Julius Randle, if he embraces this role like I think he is, being the guy that's going to mix it up, picking and popping, picking and rolling, a versatile defender that can switch 1 through 5 on the defensive end, I love this for Tom Thibodeau and the New York Knicks. My Knicks.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Meanwhile, the Thunder had an incredible season last year and look to be rolling into the next. The additions of Alex Caruso, Isaiah Hartenstein add depth to the already extremely talented roster led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chet Holmgren. This has put Oklahoma City as the favorite to win the West, according to ESPN Bet. There is a lot of hype surrounding OKC. Zach, is this real, or should all these expectations come with a comma?
Well, first of all, if we have National Punctuation, Marc J, we might just have too many days. We don't need all of these days. Well, shout out to the semicolon rules.
No, we kind of forgotten how to punctuate, so maybe this is
too many days.
Okay.
Too many days. I'm going all exclamation points on the Oklahoma City Thunder. They loaded up in the offseason. Isaiah Hartenstein swiped him from the Knicks. Alex Caruso swiped him from the Bulls. They both fill needs. They add depth. I will be surprised if the Thunder are not the #1 seed in the West. Very surprised. They are built to win a ton of regular season games. And if they'll be a tough playoff team, too, the playoffs are just a different animal for a young team, they are going to be a dominant regular season team. All exclamation points on this hallowed National Punctuation Day. I've been looking forward to it all year.
All right, the Pelicans, let's move on, ended last season swept by the Thunder in the first round, and a huge reason was the loss of Zion Williamson to a hamstring injury in the play-in game against the Lakers. To aid in Zion's return, New Orleans traded for DeJounte Murray, and Murray had a career season in Atlanta last season, averaging almost 26 points per game. So, Mark, what is the best mark to punctuate this Pelicans team heading into the season? Yeah, well, you love it.
No, I'm going to do this. Oh. I mean, it did seem great. I was in New Orleans. I was in the Big Easy last week. Willie Green seemed happy. I saw Trey at LSU game, first game. He loved it. And C.J. McCollum's at the second line dancing, celebrating his birthday. But there's one big question. I mean, hey, Zion, forgot about him. He's in great health. And he was in L.A. with the rest of his teammates and DeJounte getting ready for the season. But there was one person missing, Brandon Ingram. He wasn't there, and he typically goes to these off-season workouts. He wasn't in L.A. I went to their last game last season. He was very emotional after the season ended, after a very disappointing season in USA basketball, and he vowed to be much greater, but he didn't get his contract extension, and he couldn't get a trade to get a contract extension. So free agency is likely on the way. So what kind of Brandon Ingram arrives in New Orleans? Time will tell, but if he comes ready to play, Pelicans can be a force.
Oh, hey, we're riding the DeLorean. Time for the NBA Time Machine. Can you believe it's been 6 years since this all-time media day moment?
I mean, it's just more questions you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
I mean, remember that time Kawhi was really happy?
Yeah, buddy.
Never gets old. So it got us thinking about some of the greatest sound bites in NBA history. We'll give you a moment, Perk. Here's a look back.
I'm emo. Leave me alone.
Where you from, Jim?
Ireland.
I like your accent. It's tough.
Appreciate you. Saying I've been clutch my whole career.
It's not many like you, I tell you.
Experts and talking heads putting up the.
Yo, watch out.
I was going to ask about if you ever make different kinds of paper airplanes besides or you always just make the standard one.
I'm pretty basic. I only have one. I just work here, man.
But you're at the top of the payroll.
I feel blessed.
You wanted to say that.
All on the same page, towards the end. And, we were making great plays.
Did you know if he knew the score?
Thank you.
Yeah. It was sad. Oh, my gosh, how fast Riley and Deuce have grown up. Time.
Oh, man.
I thought you were going to be sad about J.R. Smith.
Time is
How much did that bag cost that LeBron had?
I mean, do we really going to get into LeBron's bag?